All right, let's look at adding fractions. Let's look at the first problem, 4 twelfths plus 3 twelfths. When you're adding fractions, your denominators are going to stay the same. So I'm just going to put a 12 on the bottom as my denominator. Then you're just going to add the numerator. So 4 plus 3 equals 7. So 4 twelfths plus 3 twelfths equals 7 twelfths. Let's look at another. Let's look at 6 tenths plus 2 tenths. Again, my denominator is going to stay the same. And then I'm going to add my numerator. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So 6 tenths plus 2 tenths equals 8 tenths. But if you look at this fraction right here, it can be simplified. So before I turn in my work, or before I say I'm finished, I'm going to simplify this problem. So I'm going to say what number can be divided by both numbers. And that number is 2. Or what's the biggest number that I can use. So then I'm just going to divide going straight across. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So my final answer is 4 fifths. All right, let's look at one more. Let's look at 4 eighths plus 6 eighths. Again, just leave my denominator the same. So I'm going to put an 8 as the denominator. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Now, if you look at 10 eighths, you see that it is an improper fraction. What I want to do is I want to change it to a mixed number. So I'm going to just decompose 10 eighths. And before I go to my next step, I always want to make sure that I have decomposed it the correct way. So I should have 10 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say how many eighths do I need to make a whole? And I need 8 eighths to make a whole. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's one whole that I have. I only have 2 eighths left, so I can't make another whole. So my mixed number would be one whole and then 2 eighths left over. Now before I move on, can I simplify 2 eighths? Yes, I can. I'm going to say I can divide both numbers by 2. That leaves me with 1/4. Bring this 1 over, so my final answer is